In 2014, you could have bought this sticker for the price of a candy bar. Today, it's worth more than a Tesla. We're talking 8 million plus % returns. And that's not even the craziest one. So I spent a few weeks diving into the actual data, the real numbers behind every legendary CS2 investment. And most of them make Bitcoin look like your dad's 401k. Nothing's off the table here. We're going to talk stickers, cases, capsules, everything. So let's get into it. But first, a little bit of context. I'm ranking these by actual ROI. Not just like, oh, this guy's expensive, whatever. We're going to look at the lowest purchase price it was ever recorded at, the current market rate, and then the percentage return. Let's do it. It goes without saying, we have to start with the greatest CS investment of all time. And that is the Katowice 2014 stickers. In March of 2014, Valve released sticker capsules for the second CSGO major. Like most capsules today, they sold them for 25 cents each. 4 capsules for $1. Those same capsules, now over $18,000 per capsule each. But the real money is what's inside those capsules. The Katowice 2014 Titan Holo. In 2014, they sold for $1.50, $2 if you were lucky. And in 2023 until now, these sell for over 80,000 USD. I'm dead fucking serious. Do the math, that is a 8 million % return on investment. As of right now, there are less than 100 Titan Holos left in circulation. And then there's the iBUYPOWER Holo. And this one has a more interesting backstory. Same era, same price range, about $1 per sticker, due to the match fixing scandal that took place in 2015. 4 of the 5 players on the team got banned, the org essentially dissolved from esports. Suddenly, the sticker became a piece of history. This one sells for a little less, but it's still $40,000 to $60,000 in recent sales. 4 to 6 million % return on investment. But if we just zoom out and say we bought one of every sticker in 2014, it would have cost around $15. And if you held on to today, well over $200,000. So allow me to put it into perspective. If you put $100 into the S&P 500, you'd have $280 today. Not bad. Bitcoin, if you put $100 in, you'd have $15,000 today. Pretty good. If you put $100 into Katowice 14 stickers, you'd have $7.4 million. Told you. Alright, stickers are insane, no one could have predicted that. But let's talk about skins.
SkinFlow allows you to trade or sell your skins for crypto or real cash at a fair rate. Take advantage of the flex payout system, which gives you a bonus value if you split your payout into 12-month increments. The more skins you sell, the more percentage you get on future sales and exclusive cash rewards. And even if you take a break from Counter-Strike, the percentage bonuses you earn on SkinFlow are permanent. Feel free to purchase skins on SkinFlow as well, which offers the market-verified lowest rate for any skin. Take advantage of the Fire Deal system to receive a bonus valuation, plus an extra 2% when you use my code MIKE. Seek out the low float and sticker craft section, which SkinFlow doesn't adjust for overpay. First come, first serve. Giveaways. Fast. 24/7 support makes skinflow.gg a no-brainer.
Because you very may well have had some of these and have the future big growers in your inventory right now. We're going to start with the classics, the Dragon Lore, the holy grail of op skins and skins in general in Counter-Strike. It was released in the Cobblestone collection in 2014. On its day of release, the skin sold for $300 in factory new condition. That was considered absolutely fucking absurd at the time, and for good reason. There was no precedent for this. People were like, why the fuck am I paying this much money? Why am I paying this much for a gun camo? Well, their criticisms were in vain. Price has inflated from $300 to around 15 to 20 grand per factory new AWP Dragon Lore. And that is a standard one. I'm not talking a rare pattern or a low float, whatever, which is a 2,800 to 5,000% return, depending on the wear of the gun. Another marquee skin, the M4A4 Howl. Now this skin launched at $30 to $50, which was fairly standard at the time. It was in a case, so it's not going to be too expensive. Until drama ensued regarding the skin. Turns out the artist was a bitch, stole the artwork. Valve removed it from the cases entirely. Now as of recently, such as the AWP Doodle lore, in which they removed the skin from the game and replaced it with a different one, they decided to give the M4 Howl the unique rarity of contraband. To this day, it is the only one of its kit, and to this day, it is the only contraband skin in the game. Overnight, the supply was permanently capped. No more Howls ever entering the market again, and that would reflect in its price action. As today, it ranges from $5,000 to $12,000, depending on rarity, stat track, etc. A 15,000% return, all because of a copyright scandal. The OG, the AK Fire Serpent. This is regarded as one of the first premium guns in the game, as it came out a little over a month after the first arms deal update in September 2013. Factory new, even though it was float capped at .06, only sold for around $80. That number is now in the thousands. It's from the Operation Bravo collection, which is a case that hasn't dropped in the active pool in years. And every day, much like these other skins, one by one these skins get trade banned or lost to time, and supply only goes down, which means as of right now, you're looking at a 2,500% gain, which realistically will only go up in the future. Now there's a lot of these skins, so we're going to go through a couple of them real quick. The Glock Fade from the Assault collection. $11 to 2,800, or on a 24,000% gain. The AWP Lightning Strike from the Case 1, from 9 to around 900, or on a 1,000% return. The AK Vulcan, 70 to on average $400, is nearly 500%. You should start to see a pattern here. The skins are old, they're rare, and they're iconic every single time. Now let's talk about some skins that went under the radar because not a lot of people know they exist. The M4A1S Hot Rod, one of my favorite skins, and it launched in 2015 as part of the Chop Shop collection during the Operation Bloodhound. It launched at around $30 to $60, which wasn't crazy expensive, and you saw it in a lot of people's inventories at the time. But this is a collection skin, and when these skins were taken out of the drop pools, the only way to get it is from the market. And with the visual upgrades of CS2, the thing fucking glows. It looks fantastic in Source 2, which reflects in its current price, which sits at around $3,000 to as high as $5,000 depending on what kind of stickers or float you have. Which is a 9,000% return. And this is realistically a skin you could have held for that amount of time, right? You probably would have sold the capsules earlier, but this one, you might have enjoyed all of the gains if you held on to it for that long. And it's still got some room to grow. The Hot Rod is the 4th most popular skin in the game, according to Price Empire. And next, a very similar story, the AK-47 Hydroponic. Same collection era, Rising Sun, part of Operation Bloodhound. I'm pretty sure I sold one of these for like $17 back in the day. But for most of its lifespan, it lived in like the $50 to $150 range for the good looking ones. Now, if you want to factory new hydroponic, you're gonna have to fork up $9,000 fucking dollars. It's the number 9 most popular skin according to Price Empire. So you should see a pattern here again. These skins haven't been dropped in the game in many, many years, which means supply only goes down over time. But as more people play the game, demand goes up, and these skins see ridiculous gains. But if you don't have $8,000 to spend on Counter-Strike skins, I hear you. Let's give you some budget plays in the form of cases. Now the first case ever released, the CSGO Weapon Case 1. In the start, like most cases at the time, ranged from around 3 to 5 cents at its lowest point. Nobody wanted them, they were just cases. I'd rather have the penny on my Steam account. But that was a mistake. Prices today range from around $70 to over $100 at times. A 100,000% return. And you could have gotten 30 of them for $1. And the next month, September of 2013, it was the first operation that ever came out in the game. It has all the classics, the Fire Serpent, aforementioned. No, that's about it actually. Now this started at a pretty decent price, it was around $2 at the time, but it still produced healthy gains. So Counter-Strike is the only game of its kind in which an investment like this would work. And there are 3 reasons why it worked. 1, Valve has implemented permanent scarcity. Unlike most games, skins get permanently removed from circulation. And even if games do remove them, there's not an open marketplace in which you can buy, sell, and trade your items. So it's an accessible market, and as the player base has grown older, there's just more money going around. Supply only goes down, and prices are only going to go up. 2, Counter-Strike has more players than ever right now. It's almost 30 years old, and it's still growing. New players want skins. Old players that come back want their old skins. Demand always goes up, and supply kind of relatively stays the same. And it's a liquid asset. You can actually sell this shit. Steam market, if you want to buy games. Third-party sites, if you want real-world money back. There's a real functioning economy behind this game. And it's just as big a part of the game as any of the game modes in the game. Unlike NFTs that nobody wanted to buy, these skins have utility because you can play with them, and a market with enough people to keep it functioning. Now am I saying dump all your money into Counter-Strike skins? Do not fucking do that. Now financial advice. Past performance isn't going to guarantee future performance on these skins or any other skin that you may be speculating in. But the data is undeniable. The people who held their stickers, who had conviction, held those Dragon Lures, who stacked all those cases when they believed, they're sitting on actual fortunes. And the market has gone through crashes, right? Great depression last month. But like every other market, it comes back stronger, and it always is going to hit a new all-time high. And even though the market crashed last month, a 3 to 4 day rally will put us past our previous all-time high. So what do you think is the next investment? Put your money where your mouth is. Show me what you got, why you got it, and why you think it's going to go up. Because you could play the aesthetics game, but you could play the math and guarantee yourself some returns. Later.